Here we hear Night Views, the ultimate Sunday sports podcast show. When I'm here doing sports, you already know. Of course, I'm still Abdul, joined by Celos. What's good tonight, man?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? It was a day of craziness on that football field, man. It was a lot of good games today.
NFL is never a dull week or moment. We're going to, of course, recap so far week 3. We still got the two Monday night games that's coming tomorrow. And then we got not dull moments in college football either. We're going to touch on a few things in college football. The Heisman watch, I think Carlos is really going to like this Heisman watch this week. And then the WNBA playoffs. WNBA playoffs has kicked off. All right. And I think really cool seeing, the influx of viewership and interest in women's basketball. And I think it's really going to culminate with this playoffs. I'm really looking forward to watching these. But it's Sunday. And as we said, Night Views, due to schedule, we're going to make just the Sunday the night for Night Views and just put everything into the Sunday show and have a good time with that. And Sunday night football, man, Chiefs and Falcons. I think it already went final, but it's a difference between championship, just that championship medal, and either you have it or you don't. And the Chiefs just got it, man. They find ways to win, man.
What's crazy? We were talking about it before we went live. It's just like these teams that have these great running backs, and it's just like they're so hesitant to use them in certain moments. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. When it comes to Baltimore, when it comes to the Falcons, geez, you got one of the best running backs. Use them.
Well, you mentioned as far as what the Falcons got, the very talented Bijan Robinson only has 16 touches. Count two catches. So under 20 touches for what people think is a top 5 back, as far as just talent wise.
He is on my draft team,
So it's very weird. Like you said, they really just, the Falcons, they were known for running the ball the last couple of years. And, you got Kirk Cousins now. You should run the ball even more.
Right.
But little shout out though, if y'all have him on a fantasy team, Drake London's getting a lot of targets. 6 catches and a touchdown, 9 targets. It says here. Darnell Mooney used to be with the Bears last year. He got 8 targets, 8 catches, 66 yards. He moves the chains. But not enough running, man, like you said.
Yeah, I gotta say though, man, for all these former Bears players, they balling, man. They're balling on other teams. I know we're probably gonna touch on Fields with the Steelers, but man, they've been balling this season with a chip on their shoulder.
On the Chiefs side, let's see, it just jumped on me. On the Chiefs side, I'm trying to get Mahomes' stats, but he got a pedestrian night basically. It was a point I was trying to make with Patrick Mahomes. He's learned how to just, when to game manage and when to take his shots. That's why he's considered the best right now. They just find ways. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Look, watching this game, the Falcons were controlling this first half. And it's just the Chiefs wait for you to make your mistakes. That's really what they do now.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy thing to see, man, because I think last week was almost the same thing with the Falcons. But the only difference is that they won. But towards the end of the game, they were really like wishy-washy. They didn't really know how to close a game. It's that's the best way I can put it. It's one of the craziest things I've seen. So, but yeah.
I mean, if you think of with the Falcons, I mean, if people remember my power rankings, I say they're just happy to make the playoffs if they make it, and that's how they played tonight. That's how they played last week. If Saquon catches that ball last week, you got 3-0 Eagles right now and 0-3 Falcons. That's really the difference, between that. So the Falcons, they stole a win last week. That's pretty much what happened. With that, Mahomes, I got his numbers 26 of 39, 217 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. I mean, it's just Mahomes, just ho-hum, wake up, give the ball to Rashee Rice 12 times for 110 yards. and a touchdown. If he's on your fantasy team out there, Rashee Rice, my goodness.
Out of nowhere this season, man. Out of nowhere. It's crazy.
Yeah. And so, like I said, the Falcons, they are running up to be exactly what I thought they would be. And they dropped this game late because that's what they do. Now, we want to recap a few games. Like I said, since it's Sunday, we're going to kind of hit some of the important games. Some of my panic teams I want to talk about as well.
Mm-hmm.
But week 3 started off with the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers looking like Aaron Rodgers. What did you think of that, man? 24-3, a total beatdown of the division rival Patriots.
You know, I was really disappointed with this game. I was expecting so much more, and then it's like I don't know. It's like Rodgers took the right ayahuasca stuff, and you know, he was just out there thinking he was 15 again. I don't know. Like it's crazy, man. Like after a while, I was just like, this is getting kind of boring. I need more. I have more stakes out there. What's going on?
Props to Aaron Rodgers. He's 27-35, 281 yards, looking like the end of Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. This is kind of how he was playing then. This still isn't. You're not gonna get peak. Not gonna get peak Aaron Rodgers anymore. But you're gonna get that game managing. He had 2 touchdowns. Tyler Conklin. I see him getting passed around in the fantasy league. He got 6 targets, 5 catches. Lazard. I don't trust any of the receivers, any of the Jets receivers. I don't trust any of them. But they're running the ball, but Breece Hall splitting with Braylon Allen, the rookie running back. So they're running the ball, over 30 attempts collectively. That's how the Jets. What did you? Because we made a lot of fun about their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Are we crediting the Jets defense or saying the Patriots offense sucks?
I was just thinking in a way of how to say it, and pretty much you just said it. It's the Patriots offense was like. That wasn't the first 2 weeks of the Patriots offense that we have seen playing against this, right? Like I don't know what Patriots came to play on Thursday night. Like that was not the same team that we saw the last 2 weeks. Like it was hard to watch because you're like the Jets defense the previous weeks have been so bad and y'all just made them look like they just took over the game. Like they were stopping everything. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
The Jets was generating a pass rush out of nowhere. I mean, they still haven't signed Hassan Reddick, who's holding out. That's their best pass rusher. He's not even dressing. So I'm blaming this more that the Patriots offense, they kind of ran out of pixie dust.
Yeah.
You got Jacoby Brissett, 12-18 for 98 yards. This is terrible.
Yeah.
The offensive line is terrible for the Jets because they put in Drake May. This kid, they don't put him out unless you want him to get hurt. Don't put Drake May out there anymore. They put him out there. It had to be like 5 sacks, and he snapped the ball 6 times. So it's like
if I was the Patriots, and honestly, shout out to the coaching staff of Carolina because they proved everybody this week on a lot of bullshit. But if I was the Patriots, I would go out and get Bryce Young and just start with him because these 2 quarterbacks over, Brissett and what was his name? May. I don't even remember the backup's name.
Yeah, Drake May.
Yeah,
the rookie.
Both of them need to be on the bench or as backups. Like they can't.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's
pretty rough. But yeah, the Patriots, they just look bad. I mean, I'm ready to put them in my, as I say, on the clock. I'm ready just to kind of punch their season out, because that's what we've been saying. The first 2 weeks, it's a byproduct of no one playing in the preseason. So your first week or 2 is still kind of rusty, but there's no excuses week 3. Week 3, you got your reps in, you won, you lost, whatever. Now, you should be in game speed right now. And the Patriots looked like they were running backwards. So it's gonna be some shakeup. I'm still gonna drop my power rankings. I'm just gonna drop the video on Twitter and YouTube, and I'll update my rankings, and we'll get Carlos' thoughts on those 2, hopefully, if that all works out on Tuesday. So I'll figure out a time to drop it or something. But the Patriots are dropping. I'll tell you that. But so games to kind of highlight because again, I would love to break down every single game. I watch most of the games, but I'm not going to highlight every team. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But
we don't even got to talk about my Dolphins today because that was atrocious.
Yeah, we'll probably skip over your Dolphins. But since this is a point of topic, everyone loves to talk about my rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. So let's talk about it. Bears 16 loses 16-21 to the Colts. I'm just going to say it. I mean, my Bears, our problems are systematic. Okay, like this is the same team I've been seeing. Good. The defense is even better now, but for the last 3 years, this is a team I've been watching. Great on defense, can't move the ball. Nothing's changed really. Like as far as for me,
I just want to say shout out to Hard Knocks, bro, because I thought y'all were winning the Super Bowl after watching Hard Knocks, bro.
Man, Hard Knocks always does that, man. But when you're talking about a formula of what not to do, I never want to see Caleb Williams throw the ball over 50 times again. I never want to see this again. Do you want to get him killed and set us back another 2 years? He's a competent quarterback. This is what I want to say with Caleb Williams. Like, again, this is systematic. The offensive line is terrible. You got a coordinator. I don't know if he even knows what he wants to do out there. So Caleb Williams is kind of figuring this out on the fly. And, he's a rookie. So he's never played against pros before. Yeah. So I'm chalking this year up to just Caleb. Peyton Manning went through this. He played as a rookie, right? Did you throw him out there? I don't know. Did Tua sit this first year for y'all?
No, I believe he played. No, did he sit? I believe, he sat. I think he sat behind.
Yeah, he split some time.
I think Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, exactly. When you throw a rookie quarterback out there, I mean, I got gassed up too off Hard Knocks, man. I was like, I thought he was ready. I thought he was ready day one. But I got to remind myself, I saw this again with Peyton Manning when I was in Indianapolis.
I wouldn't really
set a record for interceptions.
I wouldn't necessarily say he wasn't ready. I just feel like the guys around him haven't bought in to him being that number one quarterback. Like you have shots of DJ Moore talking about like, Fields, talking about how much he missed Fields and stuff like that. Like I don't know. Like I feel like the whole momentum switch is they're not on the same page, man. It's sad to see because it's showing Caleb Williams bad, him being bad when he's. I really don't think he's that bad. I just. I don't know. I just don't think
he's not a bad. No, I mean we see bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. He has the same trials that and obstacles that Justin Fields had with the Bears. Again, no, the O line is terrible. Our offensive scheme is pedestrian, is vanilla, is not fooling anyone. I see all these other teams figuring out their offense. We're still before preseason mode. We still haven't figured out we can't run the ball. You're not going to win a lot of games running the ball. If you can't run the ball. I mean, DeAndre Swift. I'm not even going to blame him. It's the structure of this offense is terrible. Yeah. A slight bright note for the Bears. I mean, yes, Keenan Allen is still out second game with the heel injury. He'll get healthy. He'll be good. Rookie Rome Odunze, 6 catches, 112 yards, first touchdown he got. Great to see. We drafted you 10 over with a high pick. We could have drafted an offensive lineman to protect Caleb Williams, but okay, catch the ball. Cole Kmet, tight end, 10 catches. Great. 97 yards. DJ Moore, he got touches. But again, there's no running game, Caleb. I'm just going to say it like the NFC North Division, the Packers, Lions, Vikings, they're all playing better than the Bears right now.
Yeah. I agree. It was nice to see though both rookies getting more of that flow, same page together. It's nice to see for the future for you guys. So
see, this is the thing. It's only a matter of time. Like I think if we would have kept Justin Fields, we could have probably strengthened the offensive line a little bit more. Yeah. But Fields doesn't have the arm Caleb Williams has.
No.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you good.
So right now, I think the same again with Caleb Williams. It's only an uphill battle. We're going to eventually figure out the offense. It's just that I don't know if we're going to have enough wins. You know what I mean? As we go through this experiment. You know what I'm saying? So so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I had to be hard on my team for a second because on the other side, Indianapolis Colts. It was about Jonathan Taylor. 23 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also got in the passing game as well. That's how the Colts win. That's the formula. Anthony Richardson, throw the ball less than 25 times. Great. Yep. He did throw a couple of interceptions, though. But
he did look nice out there, though. Yeah, he looked nice out there.
He has an arm. He ain't the most accurate person out here. Right. But you don't want him throwing the ball too many times. Like, just manage him. Right. Give the ball to Jonathan Taylor. That's how you win.
He was feeling himself out there today. You know, he was just throwing it around.
Yeah, no, like I said, Jonathan Taylor, he's that all-pro running back as well. Now, another highlight game here, man. Listen, are you surprised? The Vikings back-to-back weeks destroy the 49ers and then beat the Texans worse?
I'm not surprised on what the Vikings are doing. I'm more surprised of how lost Houston looked out there. Like, they could not find an answer. It was like whatever they did, the Vikings were there to stop them, man. I was like, is this season 1 of Houston's team together right now, or is this the second? What's going on here? You know, you have Diggs now. You have a new squad. Like, this isn't year 1. Like, why y'all look so confused out there? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the Vikings. Hey, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna just spoil it right now. They're my new dark horse. I'm moving out some dark horses. The Vikings, they're playing defense. They generating a good D line. Sam Darnold looks Pro Bowl level right now. You got the best receiver in the world, Justin Jefferson. And now they got Aaron Jones from the Packers over there. He's still got some juice left. So, Vikings, man. They're looking pretty good, man.
I would have to agree with you. I'm definitely kicking Tampa Bay is probably the understatement of the year. Yeah. They made me lose so much money today. I don't even want to see a Tampa Bay logo because I'm so done with Tampa. Like, if I drive by Tampa, I might spit on the ground of Tampa just because of how bad they played today. It's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous.
Yeah, Tampa Bay plays so bad. I'm not even going to highlight their games. Just I'm gonna give some kudos. I'm having a kudos section next week. We'll get a kudos to the Broncos. They showed up in A for effort.
Broncos, man. Come on.
Destroyed the Bucs. Bucs are eliminated from any recaps on Night Views. I don't know. There's no reason to talk about the Bucs. There's no reason to talk about the Bucs. But like I said, the Vikings, we talk about that formula. Sam Darnold only threw the ball 28 times, 17 completions, 181 yards, 4 TDs. So it's just efficiency. That's what he was doing. Running game got over 120 yards, mostly by Aaron Jones. And as we mentioned, Justin Jefferson is just that dude. 6 catches, 81 yards.
That's so crazy, man. It was such
Vikings. Cool. That's a team every week. Like I want to have their game up on one of my screens. Like I want to see the Vikings play every week. Now, you mentioned with the Texans. Now, not saying C.J. Stroud had like a terrible game. I mean, 20 of 31, 215 yards, a touchdown. Did get 2 interceptions, so the pressure was getting to him.
Yeah.
They couldn't run the ball. No Joe Mixon today, Carlos.
Well, you see,
that could be a factor.
Yeah. That definitely could have been, but it was just like there was no, and I don't know if to blame the coach here or offensive coordinator, but there was no like change. They just kept running the same thing, hoping for a different outcome, and it was just like come on now, like this, like I said, like this isn't your first year with this quarterback and this offensive coordinator. I would have thought they would have flowed a little bit better, but it was tough to watch, man. It was tough to watch.
I mean, it was constant pressure, and I'm gonna give credit to your former coach, Brian Flores. His defense knows how to dial up pressure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's where he makes his money, and he's gonna always at least be a coordinator because of that. But
For sure.
Texans, Stephon Diggs, 10 catches, 94 yards. That's great. Nico Collins, Tank Dell. They got some numbers in. It's just they lost control of this game early because the Vikings were running the ball.
Yeah.
And pressuring CJ Stroud. I mean, again, it's about formulas. And I almost say this doesn't change what I think of the Texans. I think
Oh yeah, no.
If you see this week, there's a lot of NFC versus AFC teams. Just wild things happen when you do that interconference games. It just does. You get weird upsets or just you lay eggs like this.
Yeah.
The Texans are much better than this record. They still are a contender, to me.
Yeah.
So we won't overreact too much with that,
Right.
but I'm giving more credit to the Vikings for that. Now talk about coming back down to earth, Saints.
Man. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the Saints, and I still have the Saints as my dark horse because this game was very close. Throughout the whole time, I honestly think the Eagles need to start panicking because even with this dub, like I don't trust them to win every weekend. I don't, dude, because like just the way Hurts has been playing, like he's so wishy-washy, man. Like I don't trust Hurts. Like I do not trust him. So I get it. This was a good game. Credit to the Eagles for taking the dub, but the Saints weren't too far off here. They almost had a chance to win it at the end. I don't know. I think
the opposite of it. I'm actually enjoying Jalen Hurts. Yes, he is erratic for sure, but he's still efficient. 29 of 38, 311 yards. He did have the interception. He does make dumb plays in his red zone. I know it's nerve-wracking.
It's hard to watch, man. It's hard.
But did you have Saquon Barkley, the best running back in the game this season? I'm just going to say it. No, 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and he got in the passing game as well. Dallas Goedert, tight end, 10 catches, 170 yards, insane. Devontae Smith, 7. He's on my fantasy team. Devontae Smith, 7 of 79, and AJ Brown still not playing. I'm saying more that, this is Jalen Hurts, okay? This is what he's going to do, but he has the weapons and apparently the defense that, it's going to get him out of trouble.
Yeah. You're not wrong there. I mean, it's more of a, like, they need to be more aware now. Like, it's pretty much what we've been saying about this team. This team is as good as Jalen Hurts is going to take them to be. That's what I've seen,
I mean, if it gets down to like NFC Championship game and it's like we need one drive, the Eagles need one drive to win it, and it's in Jalen Hurts' hands, I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is guaranteed. I'm going to be like, well, I don't know, this could go literally either way. That's just kind of, it's almost like a Tony Romo type thing. That's how I see Jalen Hurts.
That's a good comparison, actually. That's
what I mean? Because he could put up numbers, but it's like, do I trust it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something about this Saints team, man. Every time I see them play, though, I mean, I know today was kind of like an off day for them, but I just keep remembering that Drew Brees Super Bowl winning team. Like I'm getting flashes. You got the veteran quarterback, you got some rookie, wide receivers and stuff like it. It's made the defense is decent. It looks pretty good out there, man. So I don't know. I think they're gonna go pretty far this season.
So with the Saints, I mean, the Eagles took away the long ball, right? And you see how much that kind of limited the Saints offense. Like this almost looked like when it's not the best comparison, but when Patrick Mahomes, his one play was always, look long and throw to Tyreek Hill, right? And teams started trying to take that away, and the Chiefs, they lose that game to the Bengals one year after they lose the Super Bowl because teams was like, you're not going to throw deep anymore. So what are you going to do? Now, Mahomes and Andy Reid, they figured it out. They win 2 more Super Bowls after that. But it's like the Saints, I saw when you took away Rashid Shaheed had no catches. That's the deep threat. He was totally shut out this game. Chris Olave is more of a middle of the field, possession receiver. He got 6 catches, 86 yards on my fantasy team. So that was great. Alvin Kamara had nearly over 100 yards all purpose, mostly on the ground. This is the formula. I think the Saints will still be very competitive this season, but the book is out on them now. This is how you slow them down. And I think the good teams, the good teams will adapt that and know how to beat them. So as we said, honorable shout out real quick. We mentioned the Broncos 26-7 for the Bucks. Like I said, Bucks. Y'all like on Cowboys level, Bucks right now. In fact, I may put them on my Cowboys tier on Tuesday because I just don't trust the Buccaneers.
Oh my god! Talking about ugly games, the Giants. That was an ugly game. I said talking about ugly games, the Giants. Like that was an ugly game.
Yeah, we're not even gonna bring that game up. Pittsburgh wins 20-10 against the Chargers. Herbert was out, I believe, and so Justin Fields. The difference between Justin Fields with the Steelers and the Bears. Justin Fields with the Steelers, he has a good defense just like the Bears do, but running game and better coaching. Mike Tomlin. They also have Arthur Smith. He came over from the Falcons. He was the head coach of the Falcons who wanted Fields over there last year.
Yeah.
Now Smith is a coordinator for the Steelers. And he got Fields. Fields isn't playing any different than what he did with my Bears, but you got Najee Harris to hand the ball off to, Jalen Warren and Cordell Patterson. That's the difference.
Yeah.
The Steelers can run the ball.
Well, it's not only it's obviously that, but it's also that you can see that this team is more built for a player like Fields. There's more options for him, which is I kind of wish your Bears would have at least gave him that one more shot and build. Like I feel like Fields with the team you guys have now, had a year under his belt, would have been more confident, and I think he would have made some noise for you guys this year as well. But I mean, you can't give up Caleb Williams, but
Right. Shout out to Black Wolf Inc. in the chat. Hashtag Miami. I haven't forgot, man. Miami, man. For sure. And he's a Giants fan. Y'all got y'all W. Homeboy Jones, what's his name? Daniel Jones. He didn't look that bad today. I saw a lot of his game today.
What's the guy's name? Neighbors came up big for
him. Malik Neighbors. He's feeding him, and that's a low key. I know the Giants ain't like everyone's favorite team to watch, but Malik Neighbors is going to get numbers.
That first play of the game where they fumbled the kick return, that was bad, dude. I think they fumbled it, and then there was a touchdown on the next drive. Yeah, it was rough to watch.
Yeah, that was an ugly game. I wasn't gonna sit and watch that game too much. The Giants and Browns, it just wasn't. But like I said, kudos. Like I said, to Pittsburgh Steelers 3-0. They got the formula. Broncos with their first win with rookie Bo Nix. Good job. Kudos to the Packers. They're finding ways to win without Jordan Love. I mean, that's good coaching. That's what that is. With that, let's go into this Panthers guy. I really wasn't going to, but I'm just going to since we're kind of going down the line here. This was crazy. What did you see with this, man?
I look. So I was watching Red Zone, so I got a lot of glimpse of the game. I didn't watch the full game, but. And Dalton just came in and was like, "Yo, I'm putting a name for myself." It looked like he called the GM and was like, "Listen, you want to win? Let me start." and rightfully so. Look what he's doing. He's proven all the media aspects of Bryce Young. All that stories that was coming out there. He just proved them all wrong. Like this was the best thing for the Panthers, and Bryce Young better go pack his bags and go. Get ready to go somewhere else.
What do you think as far as with Bryce Young? He lost the team. It's kind of over for him with the Panthers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. And the thing is, even if let's say Dalton were to come out and have a stinker of a game, the confidence level of then you having to put Bryce back out there, he wouldn't have that, especially being this is what his second year as he of coming off his rookie season, and to get benched second game of the season, the second season, that confidence level, man, it's gonna mess with him for a while. Hopefully he can
it's
push
no
through it.
it's no coming back. I think they should be listening to offers out there. Like
Right.
I think I would say a team right now. I'm trying to think of an ideal team to get a Brian. What's his name? Brian Young.
Bryce,
Whatever his name.
yeah,
Bryce Young. Whatever his name is. He's not playing. I don't know. But an ideal team. It has to be a team that has like a veteran quarterback. I'm just saying that has a veteran quarterback right now. Sort of like when the Steelers, they knew they had Russell Wilson.
Yep.
They said, we can get if we get a chance to get like a younger quarterback, we'll take him. Then Justin Fields was available. So I just think a team that has like a veteran playing right, like the Jets. If I'm the Jets, I would get Bryce Young. Yeah, Rodgers only has like 2 years left.
Yep. Yeah, no, that actually would be nice for him. Get some coaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get him there. Eagles, I think, grab him, put him behind Jalen Hurts for a couple years. His career doesn't have to be over, but with the Panthers, it's over, bro. It's over.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton comes out 26 of 37, 319 yards, 3 TDs. The Red Bomber, as they used to call him. He was on my Bears for a year or two as well. But Bubba Hubbard on the ground, 21 carries for 114 yards. They're running the ball. Miles Sanders, they got some backs.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson, I think he was with the Steelers last year. You still got Thielen. So they got weapons. If this was more of like, okay, Raiders, I mean, the Raiders ain't like no one's picked to do anything, probably except Jay if he comes in the chat. But no one was worried about the Raiders, right? And they still underestimated that, that new quarterback flavor. When they change the quarterback, you get that momentum with the team. The team probably liked Andy Dalton, and that's how they got ran off the field.
Right. No, I agree with that.
But kudos to the Panthers. Good job getting the win. My Bears, we already got all y'all picks already, so y'all can win as much as y'all want, Panthers. Our business is done. On the Raiders side, it really ain't worth even looking. All I'll say with the Raiders, trade Devontae Adams. Free Devontae Adams. Okay?
Free him.
Get him off this team, bro.
Go put him next to Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins.
This is disgusting to see great players just riding away on a Raiders sideline. So as we go down, let's see any other games that stand out. Again, I'm not going to talk about your Dolphins, but kudos to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
undefeated in the NFC West. They are at the tops of that division over the 49ers, over the Rams and Cardinals.
I just gotta say, because the Dolphins fan in me, has to say this. The rumors of Stafford trading to come to Miami, I don't know what we have to do to make that happen, but we need Stafford. I need Stafford, please. NFL gods, please.
Well, I guess since you brought them up, let's go to the Rams game against Stafford. I mean, Stafford still has plenty of juice left in their arm, man. Watching that game early, again, I had the 49ers. And people remember my panic list last week. One of the teams was the 49ers. People laughed at me. They scoffed at me. So I'm doing like, this isn't comic book films. How do you know about sports? I'm just saying, it's the eye test, bro. The 49ers was supposed to be panicking last week. And they walk into LA and catch the L. Why did I say they should panic? I said because of the scheduling and injuries. You're coming to this game. No Debo, no C-Mac, no George Kittle, right? So you're playing the Rams, an interconference team, an interdivision team that knows how to play you, NFC West rival. Every year they know how to play the Niners, the Rams do. So they're catching you slipping. And so I was like, this was ripe for an upset. And, hey, Matthew Stafford, he got Tutu Atwell together. Puka Nakua's out, Cooper Kupp's out, but he still got Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams was going crazy this game with 2 touchdowns on the ground, or 3 touchdowns total because one in the air as well. Matthew Stafford, 221 yards in the air. The Rams, they're not going to go out with a fight, Carlos, is what I saw in this game.
Yeah, but like, yeah, no, definitely. Like, kudos to the Rams. But even with all the injuries that the Niners had, you guys had this game. There was no excuse. There was no excuse to lose like this with 2 seconds left on the clock to a field goal. Like, that was just like that's heart-wrenching for a lot of these.
You know, you get down to crunch time. Now, first off, I want to dispel one thing. Is Brock Purdy, is he like, should I give the keys to Brock Purdy? Yeah, he's good enough as a quarterback. Brock Purdy, I have no problem with Brock Purdy. You got the weapons, the system around him. Brock Purdy's, I would say, he's not totally the problem. What I think the problem is for the 49ers is that you paid $30 million to Brandon Ayuk to be the 5th option. That's my problem with the 49ers.
And what's crazy about that, though, it's not like he doesn't look for Brandon Ayuk. It's just Brandon Ayuk doesn't show up till like maybe end of 3rd quarter, middle of 4th, and it's already too late by the time he shows up, man. Like, it's just crazy to me.
He's not him. Brandon Ayuk is not a number 1 target on any team. I just don't see it. Jawan Jennings, this guy had a career day, 11 catches, 175 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was getting open, and Ayuk he had 10 targets, 5 catches, meaning he was some drops. There's probably some good defense as well, but mostly drops, I think, for Brandon Ayuk. I just think without that safety net, George Kittle, because this is the reason why I say the Niners should panic, is injuries. That's and scheduling. Without Kittle, being that sure-handed person, or having a C-Mac, or just you missing all these weapons at one time. This is panic time. That's all.
No, yeah, I agree. The injury bug, and it looks like it's starting to go across the league. We're starting to see a lot more people get injured, but yeah, man, that Brandon Ayuk, till this day, I would not understand that trade. I mean that contract. That just ridiculous.
They should have shipped him off. Like the Steelers wanted him, the Patriots wanted him. I mean, I don't know what the Niners asking price was for him, but it's like you should have shipped that guy away and took your compensation. He's not helping. This was the time to step up for your team and my fantasy team, Brandon. You're supposed to step up.
The best trade I ever made.
You were supposed to step up right now, and he just showed me, okay, he wants to be the 3rd option every play. Like, he doesn't want to be the number 1 option. But $30 million, wow. That's upsetting.
I'll take him back if you don't want him, though. Just throwing it out there.
No, we'll talk. Final game before we look ahead, because again, we highlighted most of the games. But the marquee game today, everyone was circling, was the Ravens Cowboys. Now, last week, the Ravens was my other panic team. And though the Ravens jumped out early, it almost got too close to call. It looked the same old Ravens.
Yes.
Losing a 4th quarter lead. But what do you conclude with this game? This is a weird game where both teams shouldn't be happy, I think, after the game.
No, definitely not. I think the only thing that Baltimore needs to take from this game is what me and you have been saying since the beginning, or I should say after game 1 of this season, which is run the ball with Derrick Henry. Let him let loose. Let him let loose, man, because in this game, we saw a little bit of it. We saw the highlights of Henry taking control of that Baltimore team. It's like, yo, like, come on, like, what are we doing? Like, the playbook is there. Everybody knows what you should be doing, and you're still trying to run the ball with Lamar Jackson. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, man. And then on Dallas's side of things, they're Dallas. That's all I'm gonna say on that, man. I don't got much to say on Dallas.
That's that same old Cowboys. That's really what it's looking like every week. And, they were getting hit in the mouth early at home again, consecutive weeks, 3 weeks in a row. If you count the playoffs when the Packers destroyed them, then you had the Saints last week, and now this game this week. The Cowboys, okay, their defense is overrated. I'm just going to say it, Carlos. Cowboys defense is overrated. Teams get whatever they want off them at this point.
Too busy on podcasts and stuff like that instead of playing defense. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Michael Parsons, he's yelling at his teammates, but it's like, bro, he has to realize, like, the team, they hear what you're saying on your podcast, bro. They already criticize.
Yeah, they don't like you, bro.
Anonymously. Yeah. If I'm a Cowboy, and I know this may sound drastic to some people, but if I'm a Cowboy, okay, you don't have top 10 defense. You do not. And you want to make Michael Parsons the highest paid defender like ever and have nothing to show for it. I say trade Michael Parsons, get your compensation, start rebuilding. You're not a Super Bowl contender. I think the Eagles are clearly a better team, just pound for pound. The Commanders may end up being better this year. We'll see. But
what's crazy with that is that, like, we've been saying that before all these contracts came out, before you paid CeeDee Lamb, before you played Dak Prescott, we were saying blow this thing up, and now you're stuck for like how many years with these contracts now, and is
yeah. At the very least, I understand keeping the offensive side intact. I wouldn't have gave Dak $60 million. No, I wouldn't have.
No.
CeeDee Lamb, is he a $34 million receiver? I mean, he has the juice. I mean, I'm gonna give you that. But are you ready to win a championship now?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, no, and I'm paying top dollars for these dudes. It's like, nah. You know what I mean? So I'm same old Cowboys to me is basically what I'm always going to say about them. But the Ravens, I mean, I understand. See, this is the thing. Running Lamar Jackson is almost like, you kind of use the tools that you have, but yes, that is putting them in danger, yes. But when they're running the ball and he's getting out there, I mean, yes, he's very dangerous. I mean, this is Michael Vick, all over again.
Yeah.
It's just he has to be smart. I mean, you gotta just kind of trust that he's gonna get down. You know what I mean? So far, his whole career, he's never taken big shots on runs. He doesn't take big shots. He knows how to get down out of bounds.
I feel like when it comes to him running that ball, I mean, as good as he is at running the ball, it's more as a panic reflex. There's still more options out there, and it's just like he looks one time, doesn't see nobody, he's like, forget it, I'm gonna run. And it's just like sometimes it's okay to sit back. Don't try to force it because sometimes you put yourself in a hole more than help the team out. So that's with the team you have right now is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he has weapons. I mean, and they really didn't pass the ball much. He only passed the ball 15 times. That's insane. But they ran the ball. They ran the ball like nearly over 40 times. So I mean, that's how you win. So, but not passing the ball. Isaiah Likely only gets one target. Mark Andrews gets no catches. Zay Flowers like 3 catches. So I mean, it was all on the ground. Derrick Henry 25 carries, 151 yards. That's a formula, but when it gets down to crunch time, they gave up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? There's my box score. Yeah, they gave up 19 points in the fourth quarter. It's like this. I'm sorry, the Ravens, y'all becoming the same old Ravens where you give up fourth quarter leads. So they're not out of the panic zone for me yet. I'll probably highlight their schedule and stuff in the future, but because of their upcoming schedule and just the way they're collapsing, I had them in the panic, and I'm still keeping the Ravens and the Niners. Those are my 2 panic teams.
No, I agree with that.
Their next game is against the Bills, Sunday Night Football, Ravens at home. Bills come to Baltimore. I'm just saying, Ravens, y'all ain't out the woods yet. That's all I'm saying with that. So, let's see here. Florida SuperCon is in July next year. Oh yeah. I have to keep that in mind, man. I probably said that last year too, but for real, I gotta keep that in mind because
Yeah.
I still got to see if I can make the real Comic-Con. I gotta
Yeah.
calibrate when they sell these tickets again. So
I don't know
yeah.
how, but I definitely gonna be in the real Comic Con this year, man. This coming year, because I gotta be there for that James Gunn drop. You know.
Yeah, I think next month is when everyone can register. It was like they had like a pre-registering. I think it was this past weekend. I
Okay.
missed that,
Oh
but that
man.
was
Okay.
for a return. Like if you never had a pass, you wasn't able to get a ticket. Like no one can
Ah,
even buy it for you. Yeah, it was literally for
gotcha.
people. Yeah, just returning, and you knew. So next month it's for everyone. So I'm gonna try to get into that queue, and then that's when I can like, oh, if I'm in line, okay, I'll buy this. Like everyone, give me your money. I'll buy. You know what I mean? That's how that
Right,
would
right,
be.
right, right, right.
Uh,
Okay, okay.
I couldn't do it this time because y'all weren't returnees. So uh,
Right.
for this month, I couldn't do it. But yeah, we'll talk about that definitely real soon. Comic
Heck
Con
yeah.
2025. That's gonna be a big DC gonna be pretty big
Can't
next
wait.
year.
Can't
Yeah, that's
wait.
crazy. But well, back on topic.
Yes,
But as we
sir.
said, like I said, same old Cowboys. I'm not worried about them. Ravens, jury's still out. But um, we got to look ahead briefly to couple games. Let's see. We got two Monday night games. As soon as I find the schedule here, right here, tomorrow, Jags at Bills, and around 45 minutes after that starts, you got Commanders at Bengals, which I think will be a more funner game. Though I do want to see Josh Allen destroy the Jags too. But
Yeah.
these are interesting games for tomorrow. Now we got the lines because we gotta settle this here. You know. Now, I believe after let's see, we picked the Jets. Yeah, Thursday, the Jets, Patriots. I took the under, I
Yeah.
believe. And I think you took the over. So I think this reflects properly. I'm 3-1.
Yeah.
First year 1-3. I think that's what we got
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Jeez, it
Just
looks like
okay, just make
fantasy.
sure just like just all in fun,
Yeah.
Uh, other people I stream when they got their feelings hurt when they was wrong, but no, it's all in fun. So Monday game, so Jags at Bills. Right now, Bills has the favorite minus 5.5. I don't trust the Jags. I will say that. I think I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and go. I'm gonna go with the Bills minus 5.5. I think they're gonna win the game, and I think they'll win by at least a touchdown, so that'll cover. What do you think?
I definitely got the Bills winning, but I think I'm gonna go
With the money line?
yeah, I'm going over, bro. I think the
Okay.
Bills are gonna blow them out. Because I've seen how the Bills played this season. They've been blowing out all the lesser teams. I could see them having a big Josh Allen save a hero type
Mm-hmm.
of game. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning because sometimes the point spread it gets just dicey. Because I would just take that middle money line and just say, okay, Bills is gonna outright
we're
win,
we're we're,
right?
we're losing you a little bit. We're losing you a little bit.
I don't know what happened right there. But
Yeah, yeah. I
you hear me?
think yeah. You're good now. You're good now.
You do hear me? Okay. So yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say I would take the outright money line where I say, okay, minus 255. They're just gonna win the game. That may be the
Right.
safest
Right. Right.
option. That's
Right.
why I'm gonna cheat and do that. Because at first I said minus 5, but I don't trust these spreads, man. I really don't. I'm gonna say outright Bills
Yeah,
win.
man.
So I'll take that. But you're gonna take the over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over today. I'm a betting
Okay.
man, and like I said, the way the Bills have been playing, I could see them blow it up on the Jags because the Jags are that bad.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't mind seeing the Jazz get destroyed. For some reason, that franchise is just annoying to see. I just
yeah,
I don't mind them losing
blow up the
badly.
whole
But
boring experience.
but and then game 2, and again, it'd be cool to watch 2 games at one time. So that's all good. Commanders going to Bengals. Now, this is rookie Jaden Daniels. It's gonna be cool to see him prime time Monday night. The
This was
Bengals. I
interesting.
don't know if T. Higgins is healthy yet. What you leaning on? Are you going with the spread, the outright win, or the over under?
So for this one, this is interesting because I think the Commanders are gonna pull a fast one on the Bengals. I'm going with the plus 7.5. I feel like that's a big enough.
You taking the
Uh,
points? Okay,
yeah.
that's
I'll
fair.
take the points on that. But I think Washington's gonna surprise us tomorrow.
So taking the plus 7.5. Just if there's any novices watching this, that just means the Commanders, as long they could outright win, and he will win that. Or if they lose by 7 points or less, then or just less than 8 points, then he will be
Right.
he will win that. With me, I think it's gonna be some points on the board. So I'm just gonna go over. I'm going with the
Okay.
over
All right.
46.5. Because I don't know which version of the Bengals is going to show up tomorrow night, but I think it's going to be some points on the board. So yeah, we'll go over.
All right.
For that. So we'll keep track. We'll keep track of that until next week. And since we're just doing the Sunday games, we won't go live before the next Thursday game. So we'll pull that up here for going into week 4. You got next Thursday, Cowboys, Giants, right?
What
And
a
this is always
stinker.
the ultimate. This is the ultimate get right game, I think, for the Cowboys. Losing 2 at home, going on the road. I'm going with the spread 4.5 Cowboys. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reluctantly, go with the Cowboys here. Because something in my mind's telling me that the Giants are gonna just pummel the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm tying with you on this. I'm going with the spread for the Dallas Cowboys minus 4.5 on that.
All right. So we'll see how that turns out, and I'll definitely keep track of the score for sure, just for fun. Now, as we got through our NFL segment, but we definitely want to talk about the college life here. They just released an updated Week 5 NCAA Top 25. Now, how it goes now with the college football, Top 25 really don't matter. It's about really getting to that 12 teams for the playoffs now. That's kind of, so top 25 is cool to know, but we really don't care once we get close to like 15. Like, we really don't care. It's about the playoff teams. And, Texas is up in top just as we expected. And you see some more shuffling. I will say, just a brief, I'm not going to really highlight too many games. Well, actually, I probably will. But Michigan with a gutsy team win against the USC, who's now in the Big Ten as well.
Yeah.
Great game. Did you catch any of that game?
I caught a little bit of it, but I definitely saw the highlights. Yeah, man, that was a crazy game. That was it was fun to watch, man. A lot of these games have been nail biters and very surprising, man. Very surprising. I got to give it to the NCAA this year.
There's some good games, man. Like, it's really, these divisions are loaded.
Yeah.
You had the Colorado game. You had the Hail Mary, like 30 years,
Crazy.
almost like to the day. Like Cordell Stewart did the Hail Mary with Colorado against Michigan in the 90s. And now Shedeur Sanders had the craziest Hail Mary I've ever seen.
Yeah, man. That was fun to watch, dude. I had a couple people at work, man. They were jumping out of their seats. It was cool, bro. It was cool to see.
I mean, when college football could be, like I said, just the field is open and you can have exciting games like that. Like that Colorado game can matter now. Like that's pretty cool, to watch games like that. So that was fun to see as well. But when we talk about college football, I mean, you got to kind of let the season go through. And once we get close to the end of college football season, you can really see, okay, who's top of this conference, who's going to be in this new playoff. It's going to be 12 seeds now for college football playoffs. So that's going to be hype, right?
Yeah.
But the main thing we want to touch on with colleges is the Heisman, man. We want to talk about the Heisman odds here. And your boy,
Dude,
Cameron Ward, is still favorite right now of Miami,
a
the U.
legend. A legend.
He's up there. And this is what I would say, man. He's putting up the numbers, bro. Like it's really no other way to put it. Like he really is like I said since week one.
Yeah,
he's a clear-cut favorite, but they have to run the table in the ACC. They really cannot afford a loss. I'm talking about just for him to win the Heisman.
Right.
He can because he's not going to have the schedule like the SEC teams are going to have. So that's going to be
what's crazy about him too that I actually enjoyed watching was the adversity this week. Because shout out to USF, man, they have a great I didn't realize how good of a squad they had. They were in the beginning there they were giving us a run for our money, and you just see this calmness in Ward's play as a QB and getting his guys together, yelling at his boys to get on the line, and the offense took over that game, man. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game that was it was close in the first half. Like I think for a moment, were they even like down by a point early in the first half? I forget.
Yeah, man, we were down for the first half of the game, for most of that game. So yeah,
but then it ended up being Miami 50-15 was the final score. And Cameron Ward, I mean, again, about the Heisman, yes, you got to have the talent. Your team's got to be good. You got to put up the numbers. Yeah. 24 of 34, 404 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. He did have an interception. He also had 40-plus yards on the ground. So nearly 500 yards all-purpose offense for Cameron Ward. That's why he's leading. He
looks NFL ready though. It's crazy seeing him throw the ball and stuff. Like he looks NFL ready. It's so cool to see. Man.
Yeah, he's that good, y'all. Like I said, I try to catch any game he plays now because he's must-see TV, man. He gets a couple throws where you're like, yo, like this dude's arm is crazy.
He does the Mahomes. The Mahomes side ball.
Exactly. Nice. And now the next person on the Heisman watch, Jackson Dart. I still haven't watched him enough with Ole Miss. They just beat the stuffing out of a weak team this past week, but he had also over 400 yards all-purpose. He runs the ball as well, 4 touchdowns. He's in the SEC as well too, which is going to keep him in that argument. As long as he's putting up the numbers, Jackson Dart can easily win, especially if Miami even loses a game. I think he'll jump up there. So we'll see how that turns out. Anyone that brings up Jalen Monroe, I'm just saying, y'all don't watch this dude play. This dude cannot throw. He has no accuracy. Like I think if you want a quarterback that runs all the time, okay.
I think for him, he's more of a I guess in a sense what the NFL looks for in a quarterback. He's a system quarterback, and he just works well in that Alabama system. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. But he has to be able to throw. Okay, I'm just like, I'm just telling you, just watch like 2 drives in a row of him, and you tell me. And this is not the knock. This is no knock on Colts Anthony Richardson. Richardson, he doesn't have the best accuracy. Anthony Richardson for the Colts, but he has a cannon. Of he gets away with it because he just flings it. Anthony Richardson can throw the ball like 100 yards down the field probably. Jalen Monroe doesn't have that power. It's just, again, I know why he's on the list because it's Alabama and okay, whatever.
Right.
He's not that good. I'm trying to tell y'all. The last person I'll mention from Tennessee, Nico Iamaleava. He's like a big 6'6" quarterback.
Crazy
athleticism, but he doesn't quite have the numbers, and that's probably why he'll slide down. But Tennessee is in the top 5 now. So that's going to keep them in that conversation. And I believe Tennessee, is that Big 12? Let me make sure what division. Let's see, division. I want to say they're in the Big 12. Let me see. What conference is Tennessee in? Oh, they're in the SEC as well? Yeesh. Okay, so that's going to keep them in the conversation, being in the SEC. And again, with him, I don't think he's going to have quite the numbers, but if they keep winning, he should get over Alabama. He should get over Jalen Monroe. He throw better than him.
Oh yeah.
So my goodness. Last person on the list, Quinn Ewers. Just unfortunately, he got injured. He's not going to get the numbers to even win this. For the Heisman, but that was the Heisman watch, and again, it's really the Cam Ward watch. To be quite honest, until they lose, he should be their favorite for sure to win that. So
heck yeah,
we shall see. We're going to keep an eye on that. Now, our last segment that we're going to touch on for the Sunday night views, we're in the WNBA playoffs time, y'all. We got the women are in the playoffs, and I watched a couple early games. Did you catch any of the early games today?
I saw a little bit of the Liberty game. I saw a couple of Fever, but other than that, another game I saw was the Aces. Man, I had to support, Asia,
and that's going to be a really good. All these matches are going to be good in this first round, but that first game, the Liberty. If y'all can see, they're playing the Atlanta Dream. Not as lopsided as people would think this would be. Atlanta got better towards the end of the season, actually.
Yeah.
But they didn't bring it today. Breanna Stewart, 20-12. I mean, that's just what she does. Sabrina Ionescu, 17, 5-5. They got the best tandem in this league, I feel.
They got half of the Team USA on there, man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So that was, I mean, you see them at the top there. I mean, New York Liberty, they're the number 1 seed for a reason.
Right.
Now, I want to briefly talk about the number 2 seed, Minnesota. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Minnesota Lynx. I know I was most of the season. They have a squad as well, bro.
And a squad. What was it in the beginning of the season? They had a lot of injured players to whereas now they're in full force and they look like a whole new team, and seeing them play against the Aces the other day too. Yeah, man, they can give any team a run for their money.
Oh, I mean, I think because obviously I said Liberty should be the favorite. I think Minnesota can beat any of these teams. They got Mafisa Collier. She's a forward, 38-6-4. Like just dropping numbers. Kayla McBride, their lead guard, I believe. She dropped 20. They just got contributors all over the place. They score the ball, so they can just run you off the court. A lot of people thought Phoenix Mercury because they did put up. It was a good game. I watched the last quarter of this. They kept it somewhat close with Brittany Griner and Taurasi on Phoenix.
Yeah,
they just don't have enough. They don't have enough for Minnesota. So that should be a W there. Now, what's obscure there at the bottom is Connecticut and the Fever. And another welcome to the league moment for Caitlin Clark.
Man,
this is the playoffs now. You know what I'm saying? Fever go down 93-69 to the Connecticut Sun, who a lot of people thought was a favorite, actually to win, the championship as well too. Caitlin Clark only put in 11 and 8 assists. They were physical with her, man. Did you catch any of that game?
I didn't catch much. I a little bit of the highlights, but definitely. I think to give Caitlin a little bit of slack. This is her first playoffs. I think she's gonna come back next game, and you're gonna see her more comfortable. Get her shots up. But man, they had her locked down a lot, so it was crazy.
Yeah. They're gonna be really physical with her. They're putting like some of the tallest people on her. Like that was crazy how they were defending her. But I'm like, okay, that's it's like Jordan rules. Like this is what Jordan went through when he got in the league, and they was like, we gotta kind of barricade you up. So Caitlin she's got to learn this whole first season. Now they already awarded her unanimously Rookie of the Year, deservedly so.
Right.
She got her team into the playoffs and she led the league in assists. Indiana Fever was getting number 1 picks like 3 years in a row. So she gets on the team. All of a sudden they're number 6 seed. So yeah, she deserved that. And MVP Asia Wilson, obviously.
Yes.
She's the
Shout out
most dominant in the game. Yeah. So what's cool about, and so we really talk much about the Aces. The Aces, they pulled it out. They got a very tough series against the Seattle Storm.
Yeah,
Seattle Storm,
they
they
started
become
pretty
one of my
rough,
favorite
man.
teams to watch.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
started pretty rough, man. Like I was like, oh, what's going on here? Like, and then all of a sudden, like after that, I think it was halftime. They just turned it on, and it was like a whole new squad, man. I was like, oh, okay,
Well,
here we go.
fourth quarter, this is how the Aces defend people. Okay, these are defending champs. Fourth quarter, it was Aces 14 points, Seattle 2 points.
What the?
And Aces win by 11. So
Yeah,
literally off that fourth quarter, they won the game.
that's ridiculous.
What's crazy about the Aces, as we say, Asia Wilson is the most dominant, meaning you get her anywhere like within the paint, and kind of like 12 feet out, she's going to score as much as she wants, and she mostly gets double-digit rebounds. She didn't today; only got 8 rebounds, 21 and 8.
They were guarding her pretty good today because she was forcing up a lot of shots.
Yeah, and she had a little help. Chelsea Gray, who was injured most of the year, she got 16 and 7 assists. Kelsey Plum was off, only 2 points. This was a tough game for them. Jackie Young is a contributor as well, 12 and 7 rebounds. The Aces are in for a tough series. Like these are best of 3 series, Carlos, right? For WNBA. So basically, what this means is the top seed gets the first 2 games at home. So if that the visiting team, if you still won them games, you got the deciding game at home. You know what I mean? So I like that structure. I really like the structure of that. And like I said, the Storm. If y'all haven't watched, that's one game. I'm sure a lot of people gonna watch Caitlin Clark, as you should. Watch some of these other series, but especially this Aces Storm. Yeah, that series, that's gonna go all 3 games. I'm pretty sure. And you're going to see some pretty good players on both teams. So
yeah, man.
So
we'll exciting,
see.
Man. Exciting stuff.
We'll definitely see how these series wrap up. And I'm pretty sure if there's any cool reactions, I'm sure Carlos, you'll probably be popping up and throwing videos out there.
Once I get the desktop out of the lab, it's getting fixed up right now. I got a slew of reactions coming out this week. So
that's what's up. So so we'll definitely be updating. As we said, with Night Views, we're going to keep it as a Sunday mega show. But during the week on either of our platforms, if you're watching this on YouTube, all the links are in the description. On Twitter, check out Carlos' page as well as mine. During the week, we'll have our little updates and videos. Like I'm going to put out my power rankings on Tuesday. I'll get that out there. And my panic teams are – panic and tears. I think that's what I called it. And so we'll see.
What you know what? I might have to do a reaction to your power ranking. I'm gonna have to do
that. I'll try to get that up early, and I'll send it to you so you can check it out early. And but yeah, it's gonna definitely be some movement. That I guarantee that, man. After this games this week, man. Yeah, we got some questions for a lot of teams, but. No, this was a blast, man. Any weekend I could sit and watch my sports, Saturdays, Sundays, Monday Night Football. Like
I gotta say, NFL wise, this has probably been the most unlike foreseen games these last couple of weeks. Like we've really been trying to be like, oh, we think this is gonna happen, we think that, and it just goes a whole 180, totally different. It's crazy.
Ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke. But no, it's been a blast. As I said, check out all of our platforms. Both our platforms, we're gonna be dropping different segments. Like I said, on my Twitter, I'm gonna probably do a lot more on my Twitter account. Still Abdul Sports. Just because I kind of can update that a little quicker than YouTube at times. So.
Right.
So I'm gonna be doing that as well with different clips. What else is coming up for you, Carlos? Just to let the people know.
Right now I got some more comic book stuff coming out, man. Comic book reviews. I'm still going through Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. That's pretty fun. Been breaking that down. One of my favorite Spider-Man issues out there. And other than that, man, I got more reactions. Power's out, the last season of Power. We got Tulsa King that started. We got a couple shows that I've been watching that, I'm going to start doing some more reactions to. So excited, man. Really excited.
Cool. Definitely. So check out Carlos' platforms again. And during these games, mostly I'm seeing like with my schedule now on Saturdays and Sundays, I can be kind of free and I'll be doing those live updates on Twitter. I'm having a lot of fun reacting and posting like the Cowboys losing. That's been really popular on Twitter. So we're going to keep that up.
Yeah, man. It's been fun. It's been funny watching them cuts, bro. I'll be at work. I'll be like, this guy. Yeah.
We locked in, man. On the weekends, at least we're pretty locked in. So we're gonna go and sign on out for this episode of Night Views again every Sunday after the NFL game, towards the end of the Sunday night NFL game. We're gonna jump in here, talk not just NFL, but the Heisman watch, WNBA updates, and then we get closer, blinking, and we're gonna be close to the NBA season.
NBA is about to be crazy. I got a lot of plans coming up for NBA, guys. I got a lot of plans coming up for that. I can't wait.
Like a month away from that, and I think by that time our show it will be like just really mega show because we're gonna talk some hoops when we do that. And like I said, we'll see. We'll just see how that comes together. So each week with that. Because I was still kind of working on some baseball. I'm still kind of working behind the scenes on integrating that as well, since the playoffs are going to start for that soon as well too. So
right,
interesting stuff. But we signing on out for Night Views. I'm still Abdul Silos. Till next time.
Hey.